My name is Katie Zerull, and I'm the Crime Prevention Coordinator with Bloomington Police. I have a great job. I love the work that I do at the Bloomington Police Department because I do such a variety of work. Oftentimes when I have to explain the work I do, it gets to be a bit complicated because I do a lot of crime prevention work, but I also do a lot of our community engagement work. So things like National Night Out, Block Captains Workshops, Safe Summer Nights, events that we're planning within our department, a lot of that work falls within my desk. I've been doing this work now for about 5.5 years. I came to the city of Bloomington not with a background in law enforcement really at all. My background is in human resources training and development and property management work and real estate and development. So oddly, I had a lot of skill sets in my background that work together with this role that I have here. So a lot of the work that I do, I work with Neighborhood Watch. That's a main program that I'm running within our police department here on behalf of the city. And I always like to say that Bloomington is really fortunate that we have people in the community that partner with us on this work. A lot of other cities and jurisdictions look to us as Bloomington, like, how do you have this great program? How do you have such an actively and evolving program? And I'm just really honored that I get to do this work, and it's only because I have the community's help. So as a whole, right now I have around 435 neighborhoods that are formed with watch groups. And that's an awesome feat to think about when you think of the city of Bloomington and you divide them up into little blocks and sections, and that over the city, 435 have some form of a neighborhood watch group. And so my role is really keeping those active, working with those programs, helping answer questions and concerns that come up in the communities, and working with the block captains who run those programs within their areas. With COVID pandemic, it's really affected the work that we've done. A lot of the things that my role entails is reaching out to the community, planning large community events, and even small community events. And now we don't have that ability to do that work, but it doesn't mean that work needs to just stop. It's just as important now as before to still be engaging with our community. So we're looking at how do we do things differently, and that's some of the things I love about my job, is being able to brainstorm and come up with new ideas, and I love having a challenge and ways that we can look at things differently. So what that has meant is that we've now taken on some new initiatives that have been really rewarding. For example, we recently started delivering for Meals on Wheels. We're also doing things that are a little bit more different, where we typically host Coffee with a Cop events on a monthly basis. And since we can't have these conversations in person any longer, we're now doing a more COVID-style Coffee with a Cop. So that says, hey, we can't get together now, but we're still here in the community, and we look forward to meeting with you again. Have a free coffee. The work in law enforcement is often, it's so important, the relationships with the community. I always say you can't buy engagement, you have to build engagement. And so our work has to keep trudging forward in this way. I've now built more neighborhood watch groups in the last 12 months, just because more people are home, they're aware of what's going on in their community, they still want to be involved. So I'm just really appreciative of the work that I do because it is partnerships. It's partnerships as being a liaison within the department to officers in patrol, sharing information that I'm hearing from community members, trying to make real impactful changes in neighborhoods. And it's also that partnership with the community, block captains and neighborhood participants who are all in this together. And so my work can only be really effective with all of these key pieces working together. And so I'm just really appreciative that I get to do this job and I have these relationships in place that allow me to be successful.